Welcome to our Sunday worship service. I am Michelle Hazen, and I'll be your celebrant this morning. I've been coming to this church for probably about 4 or 5 years now, and I help out a lot with Family Promise, and we're hosting them today. So anybody that wants to hang out afterwards and help us set up are welcome. I'd like to extend a special welcome to all of those of you who are joining us for the first time. We are glad that you are here. If you've come in person, we hope you've received a welcome packet with an information card in it. If you don't have one yet, please ask following the service. Fill it out and put it in the offering basket or drop it off at the office. If you're joining us online, there's a link to on our website to an electronic version of that same card. Our welcoming committees members have yellow name tags and can answer any questions or point you toward additional information. And whether you are new or not, please consider staying for coffee and conversation after the service, either downstairs in our fellowship hall or in our Zoom room. And now, let's say our words of welcome together. Whether this is your first or your 1,000th Sunday with us, and whether you strolled, rolled, zoomed, ran, or danced in, we are glad you chose to join us. We are one people with many beliefs, identities, origins, sexualities, and gender. All are welcome here.
This is the announcement part.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
I don't think we haven't gotten there yet.
We haven't? Oh, my thing says,
Oh.
As long as I'm here, can I say it?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, some of you have gotten these already. These are symbols of solidarity for pride. Oh, sorry. Some of you have gotten these triangles already. They're symbols of solidarity to wear this week or Saturday for Pride, or next Sunday. The Reverend and I will be doing a Pride service here. You can read about it if you decide to wear one, and if you want to not take the pink paper home with you, just leave it when you leave, and then we may be making more to also hand out at Pride. Next Sunday also is going to be a reception afterwards for Teresa and I, who got married here 30 years ago.
And let's say hi to our folks on Zoom who are joining us on Zoom. So if you're home, turn on your camera, and then people at home, wave. Good job. And then people in the building.
Hi Zoom, we love you.
All right, and now for announcements. The pink triangles, and then I have one from Lisa Salisbury. Next Sunday, August 30th, is the 5th Sunday in August. Our plate collection will benefit the Basic Needs Program at the University of Idaho, which provides nutritious snacks and basic hygiene and household items to students in need. Next Sunday is also the last day to bring in your donation of the program's high-need items, such as protein drinks, granola bars, deodorant, and Winco gift cards in the amount of $25 to $30. Next weekend is Palouse Pride. It's Saturday, August 29th. March to the park and meet at 11:30 a.m. at the Federal Building. Begins at 11:45 a.m. at 220 East 5th Street in Moscow. Of course, all ages are welcome. And then march up to East City Park, and from noon to 4 p.m. is when Palouse Pride will be. Are there any other announcements? Here end the announcements. The land on which our church is built is part of the ancestral homeland of the Nimipu, the people, and mistakenly called the Nez Perce, or Pierce Noses, by French-speaking trappers and traders. We acknowledge the land is held in sacred kinship since time immemorial. The land and its peoples suffered immeasurable trauma brought by Euro-American society, and we are working with its resilient peoples to show respect and contribute to the healing and nourishing of this Hittites' precious land and all its people. We're hoping that folks on Zoom have a chalice or candle to light and something to light it with. So let's light our chalices together. Do we have a quick volunteer? Oh, thank you, Shelley. In the light of truth and the warmth of love, we gather to seek and seek to share.
Good morning. I'm the Reverend Shelley Thompson. My pronouns are she and her, and I am the lucky interim minister here at the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Palouse. Woo! Happy to be here. Happy to be here. My darlings, we are gearing up for transitional ministry. We're going to talk about that today. And in that vein, I would like to introduce our transition team. And I see Tom Salisbury right there. We're going to stand up, Tom. Judy Muth. Are you here, Judy? There's Judy. Cooper. Where's Cooper? Are you here today? Not today. Cooper Klippenstein is with us. Kat Clancy. There's Kat. Yay! And Joe Earhart Hudson. Is Joe with us? There's Joe. Yay. So these extraordinary people are so connected with the congregation, and they've volunteered to serve for a good long while. It's at least 2.5 years of service, and they're going to be working with me and the board, and we're going to collaborate on how to go about this process, how to engage all of you in this discernment that we're going to be doing, and you're going to hear more about that in the sermon. So we're very grateful to our beloved transition team, and we're still kind of getting ourselves together and getting up and running, and we are going to have a commissioning service for them in an upcoming worship so that we can officially acknowledge their important role and their service in this really special time of transition. I'd like us to start today with the words of one of my beloved colleagues, the Reverend Dr. Mark Morrison Reed. The central task of the religious community is to unveil the bonds that bind each to all. There's a connectedness, a relationship discovered amid the particulars of our own lives and the lives of others. Once felt, it inspires us to act for justice. It is the church that assures us we're not struggling for justice on our own, but as members of a larger community. The religious community is essential, for alone our vision is too narrow to see all that must be seen, and our strength is too limited to do all that must be done. Together, our vision widens and our strength is renewed. Please rise in body or spirit and join in singing, Gather the Spirit. Sam, I'm hearing music. Am I imagining things? It's off now. Oh, it's off now. Okay. Just like somebody's having a party without us. I mean, what is going on?
We had some playing during the campus.
Oh, okay. But I can hear music.
That's somebody's phone. I heard a phone.
No, but I'm hearing like music playing in the background. Like there's music on somewhere. Can you hear that? Anyway, there's music playing somewhere. Someone's enjoying that. The church mice are having a party without us.
The Lutheran ghosts.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's right. Love that song. Oh, now let us settle in to some quiet calm together. Take a deep breath in. Let that out. Release. Keep doing that. Breathe together. There is nothing you need to do in this moment but breathe. Nowhere else you need to be. Simply be here together. May we carry this sanctuary of spaciousness with us through whatever comes next. Amen.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies
Thank you for that special gift. As I mentioned, I am just so thrilled to be here with all of you at the beginning of a new congregational year and our 2-year transitional ministry journey together. Last June, saying farewell to Reverend Dr. Elizabeth was not easy for a lot of you. 14 years is a long ministry, and some of you have never known UUCP without her leadership. Together, you created ministries, built relationships, weathered difficult times, celebrated joyful ones, welcomed people, and said goodbye to people, changed one another. That history matters. We will honor it, and we will learn from it, and we will carry all that is precious from it forward with us. And at the same time, something new is beginning. That's the nature of transition. We honor what has been, we pay attention to what is, and we begin wondering, what comes next? I want to begin by thanking the board for serving as your interim search team and helping me settle here in Moscow. And I want to thank all of you for all of the ways that you've already carried on and participated and continue to do all of the amazing ministries that you do together. I want you to understand something about how I see you. You are not volunteers. You are not volunteers. I know that's a hard word to give up. We're used to using that one, but I encourage you to try. Parenting isn't a volunteer gig, and neither is belonging to a religious community. You may volunteer for a particular task, but your participation here, your presence with us, is something so much larger. When you serve on the board, or teach a child, or sit with us in worship, make coffee, make music, pull weeds, offer care, any and all of the things we do to make this community happen, you're participating in ministry. You are serving this community. We serve one another. Reverend Eric Walker Wickstrom calls this serving with grace. He asks us to imagine a congregation where ministry doesn't depend on a few overtaxed people doing everything, because somebody's got to do it. Indeed, we share ministry because participating in something we value brings meaning, connection, and joy into our lives. And let me reassure you, the arrival of the interim minister does not mean that I've come with a clipboard and a list of tasks for you. Nope, that's not how it goes. What I've come with are some questions and a willingness to listen. Because this congregation is more than the sum of all the individual things you do here. You may experience UUCP primarily through the people you know, the team you serve on, Sunday worship, or the ministry that matters the most to you, but holding all of that is one living, vital community. Everything touches everything else. And no one person can see the whole of it. I can't, the board can't, the person who's been here 30 years can't, and the person who arrived 6 months ago can't. But together, as Mark Morrison Reed tells us, together we can see so much more of the whole. And that's where transitional ministry begins. Not with fixing things, not changing things for the sake of change, and certainly not with spending 2 years waiting for the next settled minister to arrive. This is not a waiting room. These 2 years are filled with deeply significant ministry. There's an opportunity to widen our view, to remember where you've been, notice who you are now, and pay attention to what matters most, and to wonder together about who you are becoming. There are formal names for some of the big picture areas congregations consider during transitional ministry: heritage, mission, leadership, connections, and the future. They're useful categories, but really, They're invitations to give us a lifespan view of our congregation. We look back and ask some very human questions. Where have we been? Who are we now? How are we living our values and sharing our ministry? With whom are we in relationship? And we're looking toward the future, asking, who are we becoming? They're not assignments. They're different ways of listening to the life of this one congregation. And they're not questions anyone can answer for us. I can't answer them for you. Traditional ministry might say, we come up with a plan or a program, and then we do it together. We have something in writing in front of us to follow. But transitional ministry isn't like that. Transitional ministry cannot be done to you, and it cannot be done for you. I'm here to do it with you. Because this congregation belongs to all of you. It has been loved into being by generations of people. Some of their names you know, and some you don't. They gave their time, their talent, their treasure, their ideas, their labor, their music, their disagreements, their casseroles, and their hopes, their imperfect, beautiful human selves. They loved this community into being, and now it's ours to love. Not yours to preserve unchanged, not to remake in only one person's image, but yours to tend, yours to share, yours to belong to and offer belonging, yours to ask what you are called to offer one another and the world, and someday, yours to pass along. That is the work we're beginning together. And I believe one of the most important ways that we can do it is by listening. Reverend Carmen Emerson has said that in times of uncertainty, one of the most loving things we can do is to listen ourselves into what comes next. Listen ourselves into what comes next. I like that. Because listening is something that people who place love at the center are wont to do. Love pays attention. Love wants to know what you think rather than presume. Love doesn't cling blindly to the past or rush heedlessly into the future. Love shines in the present. It asks, what's happening here? What matters? Whose voices haven't we heard? And what may we be called toward? Over the next 2 years, along with our transition team, I'm going to invite you into lots of conversations, circles, listening circles. I'll ask you to tell stories. I'll ask questions you may not immediately know how to answer. And we'll try some things and see what happens. I like to call that exper-learning. And we'll stop doing some things. Simply because we've always done it that way is no longer reason enough to continue. And sometimes I may hold up a mirror and ask, do you see what I see? Do you see how gorgeous and amazing you all are? And then I'll listen to what you see. Because that's part of my ministry here with you. I want to know what you love about this place and what you miss, what makes you proud, what frustrates you, what you're afraid of losing, and what you hope might become possible. And I want to help you listen to one another. Those of you who've been here for decades need the perspective of the person who arrived 6 months ago, and the person who arrived 6 months ago needs the stories of those who helped build the community they entered. We need people who dearly love a particular ministry, and people who wonder why on earth we still do it that way. We need people eager for change and people thinking, could you please slow down and stop changing for a minute? All of those voices matter, especially when we disagree, and we will, because sometimes two people can disagree passionately about what a congregation should do, while both are trying to protect something they deeply value. That's when we get curious. We turn to wonder. That's when the covenantal practices we talked about 2 weeks ago become real. We listen underneath the position for the value. We ask another wondering question. And we resist the temptation to decide that disagreement means somebody doesn't belong here. We listen because relationship matters. And listening honestly to who we are also means being honest about what we can do. We will dream big together, but we will not confuse faithfulness with exhaustion. We will not measure the health of the congregation by how many things you can manage to keep doing. So I want to make a promise to you right now. We are absolutely not going to do all the possible things because we can't. We shouldn't. We don't want to. No congregation could. We'll discern together what matters. We'll make some thoughtful choices. We'll try some things. We'll learn. We'll change the things we can. And we'll protect the things that matter the most. And we are going to remember that enough can be enough. The perfect is the enemy of the good. And while we do this work, we keep living, we keep doing all the wonderful things that we do here. I will be doing all of the things that ministers do, pastoral care and worship and committee meetings and teams and all of that good stuff, connecting with our community members, really sinking in and getting to know this place and helping you keep it moving. We want to know that we're going to keep gathering, keep worshiping, keep eating, keep laughing, keep caring for one another. We're going to keep doing all of the things that bring us joy and lift us up and help us be resilient in these really trying times. Transitional ministry doesn't mean 2 years of staring at flip charts and spreadsheets to evaluate things. No. The life of the congregation is happening now. We're not putting beloved community on hold while we figure out the future. That would really undercut what we're here to do. We're here to live in the present and live our values together in meaningful ways. So how we live together and carry that forward is part of the transition too. How do we do that with more mindfulness, more deliberately, in ways that support these ministries and one another well? Because ultimately, we aren't listening just to decide what program to keep or how to organize ourselves or what qualities you want in a next minister. We're listening for something much deeper. You all know this. We're listening for the mission underneath it all. Why do we serve? What are we serving together? Former UUA, Unitarian Universalist Association President, Reverend Bill Sinkford, once told a story about a gathering of ministers from some of our growing Unitarian Universalist congregations. They thought they were at a retreat to talk about congregational growth in numbers. But instead, the facilitator asked them, "What is the saving message of your congregation?" What is the saving message of your congregation? What a great question. They all chimed in with different theological language, but eventually their answers all kind of clustered and settled down into a very straightforward and beautiful message. Some said we nurture the human spirit. Some said we help people encounter the holy in their lives. And all of them said we help heal the world. So nurture your spirit, help heal the world became their mantra. And in fact, the UUA spread that far and wide and took out an ad in the New York Times. Nurture your spirit, come heal the world, come to a UU church. Pretty awesome, I love it. So let's all get curious. What is the saving message of this congregation? Will we be able to figure that out? Will it settle somewhere, or will it be just so big that we can't name it? What does it look like? What does it mean to us? Because that's what saves in Unitarian Universalism. It isn't some external deity or something we have to do to earn it. It's us saving each other, helping each other, being there with each other, committing ourselves to living our values. So we are absolutely not starting from scratch answering that question. You all have been living it, and you know it in your hearts. It's just a matter of talking to one another and getting the conversation going about this most fundamental, important reason for belonging here. You already know so many important things that happen here. I see it in the way you care for one another. I hear it in the way you talk about this community and your radical welcome. I see it in your commitment to your connection, your service, your justice work, and your spiritual growth. And I certainly have felt it as you have welcomed and included me. So the transitional question isn't just why are we here? We have a lot of good information about that already. It's whether we can become clearer and more intentional about that answer in this time, in this phase of your existence. What is distinctly ours to do here in Moscow and the Palouse in this moment? Lots of hints, lots of reasons to pay attention and do some work. What do we want people to encounter when they come here? The experience of being with us, what do we want that to be like? And how might everything that we do more fully serve that calling, that moral imperative we sense as Unitarian Universalists to share the good news of this place with the world around us? What is the saving message of the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Palouse? I certainly can't answer it for you, not the board or the transition team. None of us can answer that alone. The journey of discovery belongs to all of us. It's a process we do together. We may not find a specific answer, but the journey is what matters. And my role is to listen deeply, ask good questions, notice patterns, and reflect them back to you. I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to challenge you sometimes, for sure. And yes, I will absolutely love and cherish you. And I will lead, not by deciding for you what this congregation should become, but by helping us keep our attention on the mission when it would be easier to get lost in details. By helping us distinguish what is merely familiar from what is truly precious. And by reminding us that our purpose is larger than preserving an institution. The church exists to serve the mission that you decide is most fervently calling you in this time and this place. I'm not here to decide what UUCP will become. I'm here to notice yourselves becoming. Let me help you notice what you are becoming. And together we'll listen ourselves into what comes next. Eventually, you'll be ready to articulate what you are looking for in a partnership with your next settled minister. But that comes at the end of this process, not the beginning. Because before you can say with confidence, this is the minister we want to travel with, you need to be able to say with confidence, this is who we are. This is what matters to us. This is the ministry we're called to do. This is who we are becoming. And maybe even this is our saving message. Collectively, we want you to raise your collective awareness together of these things so that it really does represent all of you, all of your voices, all of your hearts, all of your minds. Create this together, and that holistic picture is so deeply valuable and meaningful. My beloveds, we don't know what happens next, but that's not a problem. That's why we're here. We have inherited something deeply precious, a community generations of people have loved into being, and it's our turn. We will receive it with gratitude and look at it with honesty and humility. We'll care for what is most precious and valuable, and we'll have courage enough to change what needs changing and make room for what is emerging. And we will listen. We'll listen to the past. We will listen to one another. We'll listen to our neighbors. We'll listen to our deepest values. We will listen to our limits. And we will listen for what is calling us into the future. And all the while, we keep loving this community into being day by day, moment by moment, with gratitude for what has been and love for what is, and with hope for that which we may together become. Together, we will listen ourselves into what comes next. Amen. Ashe. Blessed be. Please rise in body or spirit, and Sam is going to teach us a song that I love.
Okay, so I'm not sure why I know this song, because I don't think we've ever sung it here. Mac and Janice did it? Okay.
There you go.
And I think the Chelsea's, I think it's part of their regular repertoire as well. So let's add it as a congregational hymn, right? So we're going to listen to it one time. Isaiah is going to click the little microphone there. I'm going to play along with the main melody, which stays in the middle. So try to listen for the middle part. We're just listening right now. Oh, no. It shouldn't say that. The slideshow is not cooperating.
I told you we didn't know what was going to happen next.
It's true. Well, I promise you it worked at sound check this morning at 9:15. So Isaiah, do me a favor and pull up a browser. We'll go to YouTube. So slightly simplified. That's the main melody. That's going to repeat a bunch. How we looking there, Isaiah? So it's not the first hit, which will be Two Ladies Singing by a River. It's the second hit, which is just a picture of like a rainbow. Oh, there we go. Now listen to the main melody in the middle.
We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love.
Good. Okay, so that's it. That's all it does. So it's going to do that 3 times. And for those of you who are listening to the upper part, she's doing all kinds of weird stuff. You don't have to do any of that. Right? So she's singing. Right? So those are actually wrong notes from a music theory perspective. So what I want you guys to do is not be concerned about the wrong notes and just sing. Yeah? Okay. And so since my voice is super low, I'm going to be making up a bass part to this that's not even anywhere on the thing. So we're going to do it 3 times. Now what they do in the recording is they do like soft, loud, soft again. We're just going to do loud, loud, loud. Yeah, because that's how we roll, right? Okay, so Isaiah, can you restart it? And then we'll try this again. Is it, you know what, let's go ahead and try see if the audio works. Give it one last shot. There we go. Oh, it's fine. We got it. Yeah. Yeah. So those of you who are, Joseph can be the anchor in the rear of the room. but we all sort of know this tune anyway, so let's try it together. Okay, so Isaiah's just gonna, there we go. Company we keep by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the company and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. Okay, then it just repeats. Good. Keep going. What happened? Okay. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the world. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now. It is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the world. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in
We'll keep working on it.
Thank you. I love that. We came together this morning, each carrying our own story, our own questions, our own hopes for what may come, and here our stories meet. What has been is a part of what we carry, and what will be is not yet ours to know. But this moment is ours. This community is ours to tend, and the love we practice here is ours to offer one another and the world. Please join in singing, "There is a Love." My beloveds, please stay after the service for coffee and conversation in Fellowship Hall. And when you are ready to leave, may you meet what comes with curiosity, tend what you love with care, and trust that you do not travel alone. Go in peace. Go being makers of peace. Amen.